Awesome, guys. So today we're going to do a lesson that's essentially going to wrap up what we've been talking about over the last 2 weeks. Historians like to give labels to time periods, so can anybody give me what this time period we've been studying, like what's the name? Music to my ear, guys. So can anybody read the essential question in the back for me? Anybody want to volunteer to read it? Okay, Charlie, do you want to volunteer? Go.
What are some of the ways that the Industrial Revolution impacts
Contemporary world where you live. Okay, so what are some of the ways the Industrial Revolution impacts the contemporary world that you live in today? What does contemporary mean? Now, right? Today. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to analyze 5 different resources through that analysis packet I gave you. Everybody have one? Okay, awesome. So you guys are going to get into groups. There are going to be 2 groups of 5 and 2 groups of 6 because of class size. So what we're going to do is Jake and Savannah, you guys are going to go with them. That's going to be one of my groups of 6. And then, 4 plus 2 is 6. Nick, you're going to come here, right? So you're going to be a group of 5. And then I need Mohammed and Saeed to come over here. You two, Naeem to come over here. You're going to be my group of 6, okay? And then you two will be my group of 5. So can everybody get in their groups, please? So if you guys know where to go. What? Okay, so.
And then they can just come here and then over there. That'll be group of 5.
Sure, that's fine. That works, too. If you want to do that, that's fair. Okay. No, so you guys are all staying together. Go.
How do you feel about it?
You guys will have to move, though, from the tables you guys are at now, though, okay? Okay. So now that everyone is in their groups, each of you has little documents on your desk. Do you guys see them? They had, they had this on top of them. Anybody saw them? So those are the resources. You guys can turn them over now. You guys, so you have to move over here. So you guys have to move. So we're going to rotate tables. So the resources are going to stay where you guys are at, and then we're going to rotate it. Does that make sense? Yeah, sure. That's a great idea, John. So what we're going to do is, John, that's a great idea. We're going to rotate the papers. Is that okay? Everybody got that clear? So here, they're going to start with resource 1. Yeah, that's perfect. John, that's a great idea. Okay. So now you guys will each have 5 minutes to look at the resources available to you and answer the coexisting questions that go along with it. Is that clear to everybody?
Do they go in order?
Yeah. So, resource 1, we'll have resource 1. If you're doing resource 2, you're going to look at resource 2. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so for resource 3, so that table, right? There's a supplemental reading that goes along with it that you have to read. It's really quick, but it gives you some background on that. So, is everybody clear on what they have to do? Okay, so, Blake, tell me what we have to do.
You gotta look at the document and analyze them, answer the questions.
Wonderful. That is a brilliant idea. So, we're going to start now. Like I said, each of you will have 5 minutes to look at the resources and answer the questions that go along with it. So, we'll get started now. So you guys can go and start looking at the questions and examining them.
Okay, so where's the map?
Awesome. So the reading is in the back, right? In the back of your annals. It says reading guide for number 3. Yeah, so just when you have questions, just ask Mr. Marlon about the park testing after class, and he'll be able to help you with that. Or you can ask your classmates too that were here. Yeah, I guess. So what resource do you guys have?
Resource 4, we're watching or seeing a map. The keys are canals and railroads.
Right. So what can you infer from the map though? So let me see.
What they're building at it.
Right. And what's that? So what description would you use to describe the growth from here to here? It was a key term. Right, totally accurate. You see more rail lines, but there's a certain term for when a city gets bigger.
Mm-hmm. Industrial.
Close. Go ahead. Say it again. That's beautiful, Naeem. So you make sure to include that in your answer. Okay. Go ahead.
Over here it says use all 4 pictures, but there's 5. So can we cancel one of them?
Yeah, sure. That's fine. You can. Yeah, definitely.
This seems like the most out of
So.
No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, probably that one, right? That's a good idea. So, what are you guys looking at here?
A factory.
A factory? Yeah, right. And I mean, does that look environmentally like the best? I feel like you could draw the savannah a little better too, by the way, with your skills. But yeah, cool. So I want you guys to also be cognizant of terms that we've learned. One of the terms Naeem told me was urbanization. So as you're explaining your answer, make sure to include terms that we've learned, like urbanization, in your answers, because that's part of the criteria in your analysis. Okay, guys?
Should we take this one out?
So I'll choose one to take out. You guys will take out that one. Okay, South Africa, you guys can talk about it, okay? Got it? Cool. So what have you guys learned about this resource so far?
Yeah, there's like a chart called the Sentinel. They're basically hunter and gatherers, and they don't like any contact from the outside world. So
does it sound like they have to do anything with the industrialization? Oh, that's what I'm looking for. That's great. So make sure that in your answer to explain why you think they're not, or why you think they are.
yeah, then you can see the Horizon City was going up because they're not like mass producing traditional weapons.
Yeah, that's a great point, Rule. Actually, one of the photos was taken when they tried to recover a body, and they were shooting helicopters they were shooting arrows at the helicopters, and that's where that picture came from. And this is like one of the few doctors that's ever come in contact with them. And as you can see, they're trading coconuts. So I don't know about industrialization there. So. Okay, so you guys have one more minute to wrap up your statements and your questions. John, do you mind doing my work and not other class, please? Thank you. Do you guys need one more minute to finish wrapping up your thoughts? Okay, so like I said, last minute, and then we're gonna rotate the papers. Okay. Once again, shout out to John for that idea. That was really smart. Yeah. All right, we're wrapping up in a little bit, so finish up your thoughts. I'll give you guys 10 seconds, and then we are going to rotate papers to the next group, okay? So it's going to go from right, it's going to go right, okay? So everybody to the right. So, all right, you guys can now start passing down all the papers. You guys are not done? Okay, so next time, for the next document, I want you guys to write down as you're examining it. So you should be annotating as you're looking at the document. So don't spend too much time just talking about it. Make sure to write down your answers, okay, guys? But let's pass down the next documents to your right. So I'll pass it down for you, John, because a little bit. And then, all right, cool. So this is your next one, research number 2. And then you guys obviously will pass the next one on. So